Outside the Box, man, Ation. Like, subscribe, share the channel. Please put your comments in the comment section. And please don't hesitate to join us on YouTube, Facebook, Instagram. Looking forward to hearing from each one of you guys. Let's jump in. So, I've been receiving a lot of information or questions and thoughts and feelings about, what can we do to really impact this generation? Because everybody's doing a lot of talking. And I know I've even been asked, like, well, what are you doing exactly? Quite a bit over the last 20-something years. My wife and I've done a lot of things to really impact the younger generation. Started youth ministries, been in charge. I've been blessed enough to be in charge of several groups of kids, working summer camps with kids from the city, working as a basketball coach, security officer with school districts, behavioral specialist with school districts, being a PE teaching coordinator / coordinator for a behavioral school for kids who get out of camp or who have been in jail before as teens, and just really trying to have an impact on a lot of these guys' lives. And this is the lane that God has me in. What I like to impress upon everybody, I want to talk a little bit going through this week, just putting together a few posts here and there, just discussing with people some of the things that we could do. And I know that everybody has their lane, including me. When you want to ask me, or even if I decide to ask someone else what their lane is, my lane for me personally has been in the areas that I've been working in the past 22 years. I'm not done yet. I have a lot of work to do, and there's still much to do by instilling principles and clarity into the minds of young men and women around the country, even around the world. I'm walking into many environments where these people don't come from the same background I come from. I'm from the inner city. I've been to other countries, people who really, really, really know what desolate looks like. Desolate meaning there's poor and there's desolate. I think, poor is what we see sometime here in the United States, but you want to see some poor. You go some other countries and some other places, you will find some things that you've never seen before. So, but with that said, I think what happens is, for many people, they think that they want you to run in their lane. They want you to do what they're doing. I don't really push upon people to do what I'm doing. I do desire that everybody has an impact, because there's a lot of young men out here who are creating a lot of problems in societally right now in the inner cities, from these inner cities, and they don't have male influence. And I'm not disrespecting moms. I'm very much connected to many single moms who I love dearly and have done phenomenal jobs in their homes. But for me, I clearly understand, and biblically speaking, I believe that I was placed into several young men's lives, and even some of the young men that I used to pick up for church on Sundays, or young ladies we used to pick up for church on Sundays and drive them to youth ministry. I believe that I was put there for that male role purpose. And so that's what I did. Because a lot of these young people, they're being filled with all kind of advising. Those advising tools or advising aspects are coming from people who need healing themselves. And I don't want to be the one giving somebody advice, and I still need a lot of healing on my own. Case in point, and this is some things that we'll talk about throughout the week. Let's work on a few phases of helping them get through the troubles that they're facing within the community, and why a lot of these maybe murders are happening in inner city, or a lot of kids are operating in areas of breaking the law and not respecting authority, or having issues with law enforcement or teachers or authority figures. It's very disabling to say that America is the reason why a lot of our young people are doing what they're doing, when these children who are being born into this world have parents. It's important that parents play their role. If a kid gets a bag of weed from America, America can't make you sell that weed to your people. If America puts a gun in your hand, America can't make you pull the trigger and kill, and the bloodshed on the street of a man who looks like you, come from your same background, who grew up in your neighborhood, who maybe you just had a little beef with here and there. And so what I think is it's disabling for us to allow them to believe that the only way for them to get through their problem is to blame someone else, as opposed to looking in the mirror. If we don't teach them to look in the mirror, as opposed to blaming a system that has been created for multiple reasons, just as much as the system has maybe been there to dismantle some people, it's also given those same people many opportunities and put certain programs in place within the system to help them thrive. So the first thing we need to do is tell them that they are fearfully and wonderfully made. It is important for us to tell them that it is important that they know that God is in their corner, that they are the head and not the tail, that they can achieve their goals if they put their minds to it, but they need wise counsel. If we're not giving them wise counsel, then we are doing them a disservice. The Bible clearly tells us in Proverbs 24:6, there is safety in a multitude of counselors. Why is that word safety so key? We're going to visit that as the week goes on about some of those safety valves that we have in a multitude of wise counsel. Let's give them wise counsel. If we don't, we're doing them a disservice, and we will never see things change for better in the situation that we see America in right this minute. Ation Outside the Box. I appreciate you listening. Please like, subscribe, and share. Please catch us on Facebook, Instagram, and YouTube. I am out. I get with you in a minute. Signing off.